So approximately around a week ago, I done a video about a Spanish party that's being called far right by the PAS newspaper in France, by the newspapers in England, the newspapers in Germany, the mass media, the BBC, the Guardian, all these nasty papers and just propaganda pieces that basically looked at a party that are conservative in their manifesto, but want to turn around to the people of Spain and the rest of the world and try and pitch them as a far-right party. Can I just clarify something with you? This is a far-right party. This is a far-right party. Vox is not a far-right party. But let's look at the manifesto and I'll show you exactly what kind of party they are. So let's start with the first line. Vox has swept its way through the Andalusian regional parliament on a national platform that includes no specific plans for the region. The far-right party, I repeat that, the far-right party rejects Spain's highly decentralised system, granting devolved powers to the regions. Again, that is big government. That's like Jeremy Corbyn. He doesn't want decentralised. He wants big government. So again, it's not far right, is it? Maybe going towards the left, but it's definitely not far right. With a populist 100 programme that smacks of Donald Trump. As soon as you hear that, you know it's BS, right? Come on, tell the truth. With a populist 100-point programme that smacks of Donald Trump, includes calls for an insurmountable wall along the borders of the Spanish enclaves. Now, considering that this is happening, and that's happening, I can guarantee you they have every right to protect their borders. Wouldn't you agree? Again, nothing far right yet, but let's carry on. Okay, the first part of their manifesto is the structure of power. Vox rejects Spain's current system of devolved regional powers. We spoke about that. Point 6 of the programme clearly states as a goal, transforming the Estado Autarquía into a state with a single set of laws that will promote equality, solidarity instead of privilege and division. This is not looking like far right to me. In fact, it's not even looking like far left. In fact, it's looking quite central here. The structure of power, point 1, I think it's the point 6. Is it point 6? Point 6 of the manifesto. Vox rejects Spain's current system of devolved regional powers. We discussed that earlier on the first part. Point 6 of the programme clearly states as a goal as transforming the Estado into a state with a single set of laws that will promote equality and solidarity instead of privilege and division. Instead of privilege and division. I'll repeat that again. Instead of privilege and division. This is not looking like this. It's not looking like it's anything to do with far right so far. Let's go on to the next part of their manifesto. National heroes, it states. The party wants to introduce an integral plan to encourage knowledge, awareness and protection of the national identity of Spain's contribution to civilization and universal history. I'll repeat that. The party wants to introduce an integral plan to encourage knowledge, awareness and protection of the national identity of Spain's contribution of civilizations and universal history. Again, there's nothing far right here. It wants to teach the people of Spain about Spain and what Spain's done in the world. Isn't that a good thing? That's history, right? It's not just picking certain things out. It's literally telling people the history of Spain or the history of the world. So again, still not far right here because I can't see the propaganda and all that kind of stuff. Let's go on to the next part. No to the gender violence law. Another one of Vox's goals is repealing the gender violence law and any other law that discriminates against one of the sexes and replaces it with the family violence law that will afford the same protection to the elderly men and women and children who suffer from abuse. This is not looking like far right to me, guys. It's not looking like far left. This is just centralised. There's nothing on here so far that I can class as a bad thing. The next paragraph, you've got to love this. This is just mind-blowing. The top black and white part, the headline is "No to Immigration." Now you'd think, here we go, JC, we've got ya. We've definitely got ya. But let me read. The party plans to control immigration flows depending on the needs of the national economy and the new arrivals' ability to integrate into the Spanish society and accept our values. Ooh, are we close to far right? Maybe not. Shall we read that again? The party plans to control immigration flows depending on the needs of the national economy and the new arrivals' ability to integrate into Spanish society and accept their values. It's not far right, guys. This is going more and more like a point system. If people want to come to Britain, I have no issues with it. But you have to follow our rules and laws and our values. If you don't want that, then you need to leave. It's as simple as that. But let's go on to the second paragraph. There will be country quotas for favourable treatment for nationalities who share our languages and are those with sufficient cultural or friendship ties with Spain. So people that have the same languages or the same cultures as the people of that country of Spain will be more favoured than people from outside of those cultures and people that don't speak the Spanish language. That again should be the point system. There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. The people that can straight away integrate into your society are better because they're going to be able to contribute quicker and they're going to be able to amalgamate into the country itself and the communities that are in there. So again, still nothing far right. Go on to the next part of the manifesto. Eliminating wasteful spending. Eliminating wasteful spending. Vox wants to cut back on wasteful spending, although few details are provided. Overall, the party wants no regional authorities, political spending, arbitrary appointments, advisors, official cars or subsidies for political parties, unions or business associations. The Constitution Court will be eliminated, although its tasks assigned to the Supreme Court. The Senator will be axed. So what they're basically stating is that they want to control the money that's been spent in the country, which is fine. They don't like regional. I must admit I prefer regional and I prefer the regions to be able to spend their own money, but that's just me. They want to get rid of the Constitutional Court, which I don't think is a good thing, personally, but they want to give that power to the Supreme Court. Again, if it was me, I would say no. That would be like a big no-no for me for voting for the Vox Party. However, it's not far right. There's nothing far right in it. Is it something that I would want? No. But is it something that people in Spain would give a crap about? Probably not. But again, it's not far right. The next part of the manifesto is education and health. The party proposes one single system of public healthcare and education for the entire national territory in order to guarantee that all Spaniards are free and equal in terms of their rights of public services. Far right. Seriously, how can anyone state that the Vox Party is far right? It just does not make any sense to me at all. The reason they're scared about it is because they are conservative and they don't want that conservative. They don't want people to control their borders. They just want the borders overrun. But this party, fair enough, there's a few things, the reason why I wouldn't personally vote for them, but to call them far right, are you kidding me?